Unleashed Episode 9, Part 1. Rise of the Swarm. Wonder if it's the alien swarm variety. Just rambling.
Hey, you want to look at me as a monster?
I know this theme. This is Asteroid Coaster's hub menu theme from Sonic Colors, like when you're in the Asteroid Colors overworld thingy, going from zone to zone. It's actually pretty metal. I love how much effort I love how much effort Sega put into something that you're only in for about 10 seconds. Like it has its own individual theme.
Hello, Earth to Draco? Oh, yeah, just thinking about what happened the other day. Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, it's all over the news. Why would anyone even use the solid mass vision? Originally, the solid mass vision was used in action duels, but ever since the war, it's been outlawed due to its destructive nature.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
It was made by an evil person,
used to destroy
and his dad, but...
So, why are you standing in my way again? Oh.
Staring off into space.
Right. The Lancers wanted me to give you something.
Oops, sorry. It's a new hat. Hello, my name is Protagonist. 2 cards.
These are... Are you sure I should have these? Well, they would recommend that you had them. They were specifically designed for the type of deck you use. Okay then.
So you got 2 new cards.
Before my duel begins. Thanks.
I don't know why we're bothering to give him new cards. He pulls up new cards out of everywhere anyway, so what really difference does it make? Except these ones are from the Lancers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, why are the Lancers giving him new cards randomly? They really trust this guy.
In this corner, we have the last.
And again, it could be Reggie's doing, seeing if we trying to get trying to get on the good side of something like that.
Man, I could get used to this.
So it ain't a green screen, it's a blue screen. Ooh.
Hey, good luck, bro. Like I need luck from you.
Battle of the Ghosts.
Wish you luck. Know this, kid. You may have some sort of fancy summoning mechanic on my side, and my brother may have failed, but I'm not going to fail.
I have some fancy summoning condition on your side.
Unlike him, I actually managed to complete my first round. So let's duel!
And so did I.
Insist. Duel! I'll make the first move. Draw 5 cards. I'll start with the spell Evolution Gathering. With this spell card, I can add 1 XP card and 1 normal monster from my deck to my hand, except monsters of the Forbidden One.
Huh. Good.
Speaking of which,
I think I've
I'll
displayed
play
that
Heart
card
of
before
Evolution
early,
since
though.
I just added it, and use its effect to evolve the pocket Shellfish Otter that lies in my hand. I expand the DNA strand. I Evolution Summon. Come forth, Pocket Samurai Otter. When this monster's evolution summoned, its effect activates. I can now mill the top 3 cards of my deck.
Stealth Scope.
I get to choose 1 to add to my hand, and the other 2 are sent to the
Take
graveyard.
the substitute.
That's enough for now. I'll set 2 cards face down and end my turn.
I assume one of them
It's
was
my
the Stealth
turn.
Scope.
Draw a card. I'll start by playing the spell card Absolute Swarmony.
Uh-oh.
For every Swarmony monster I reveal in my hand, I can place 1 swarm counter on the field. I have 3, so I can place 3 swarm counters on any face-up card on the field. So I'll place 3 on your monster. Then I'll activate the effect of Swarmony Cherry Ladybug in my hand. By discarding a Swarmony monster from my hand, I can special summon it. Then Cherry Ladybug's effect activates. When it's summoned, not only can it place 1 swarm counter on the field, but every swarm counter on the field is doubled. So now your monster has 6
3 to
swarm
6.
counters, and mine has 2. Then I'll activate the effect of Swarmony Lemon Bee in my graveyard. By removing a swarm counter from my monster, I can special summon her, and she gains 1 swarm counter. Next, since there are at least 2 Swarmony monsters on the field, I can special summon from my hand Swarmony Blueberry Beetle. Then I play the spell card Polymerization and combine Lemon Bee and Cherry Ladybug together.
With the sweetness of the ladybug and the sting of the bee, I fuse together a new monster with ease.
I fusion summon. Come forth, Swarmany, Vanilla Wasp. Oh, no you don't. Do you honestly think it was going to be that easy? I activate my trap card. Go, pocket capture device. With this trap card, when you special summon a monster whilst I control a pocket monster, I can negate that special summon and then banish that monster.
Bye, Vanilla Wasp.
Thank you for that.
What?
Vanilla Wasp was just a decoy.
Of course she was.
Decoy? I figured you'd have some sort of trap to get rid of it, which is why I'm activating from my hand the
Spell card Pot of Greed, which lets me draw 2 cards.
I assume there was a goof behind the
the
scenes.
spell card Fusion Recovery, which lets me get a fusion material and polymerization to my hand. Then, I play the
Good
field
fix
spell
with that, though.
Swarmany Nest. With this field spell in play, I can add 1 Swarmany card from my deck to my hand. Next, I'll play the spell card Polymerization and fuse
Again.
Beetle and Bee together.
With the armor of the beetle and the sting of the bee, I fuse together the greatest soldier with ease.
I fusion summon. Come forth, Swarmany Salt Mosquito.
Ah.
When this monster's fusion
Oh,
summoned, I
shite.
can target one of its fusion materials, and for every level it had, I can place a swarm counter on the field. So I'll choose to place 4 counters on my monster. Furthermore, it has a second effect.
Of course it
All
does.
face-up cards on the field that have swarm counters are negated. And since this card doesn't enlist monster effects, your evolution monsters aren't safe.
Duh.
Yeah, that's technically true. Since
Assume-
your monster doesn't enlist a monster effect, mine isn't safe.
Yeah, you just
but I'm
said
not
that.
done yet. My field spell has an effect
And
of
of
its
course,
own.
the
For every
swarmany
swarm
monsters
counter
are probably
placed
immune
on
to
your
swarm counters, like
monster,
how venom
it
monsters are immune
loses
to venom
100
counters.
attack points. And for every swarm counter placed on an insect monster I control, it gains 100 attack points. Now
Gonna lose
go,
1200
Swarmany
life
Salt
points.
Mosquito, attack! But it's not safe from my trap card. Come on forth, Pocket Substitute.
I knew it.
At the cost of 500 life points, your attack is negated. It's a minor delay, but it won't last long.
We'll
I
see.
set 1 card face down and end my turn. My turn. Draw. During your standby phase, my Nest's ability activates. It allows itself to place 1 swarm counter on every face-up card on the field. And since my Swarmany Nest is a Swarmany card, it's unaffected by the ability of my Mosquito.
Of course.
I activate the spell card Pocket Locator. With this spell card, I'm allowed to add 1 pocket monster from my deck to my hand. And if it's a normal monster, I'm allowed to add an additional card, an XP card to be exact. Now I'll summon the monster Pocket Ranstomp,
And that's a new one.
and then play the spell card Heart of Evolution to evolve it. I expand the DNA strand. I Evolution Summon. Come forth, Pocket Centaur. Now,
Not gonna lie, I
Centaur's
had the fun of
ability
seeing these
activates.
evolution
By
cards and
banishing
seeing
an
what
XP
they go
card from the
into.
graveyard, all of your monsters lose 1,000 attack, and then I gain 500 life points for each monster you control. Yeah, nice try, but you're not getting away with it that easily.
The Mosquito?
From my field, I activate the trap card Swarmany Prisoner. When this trap card
Continuous
is
trap.
activated, I can place a swarm counter on every face-up card on the field. And
Which
thanks to
means-
Mosquito, your card's effect is negated. I'll set 1 card face down and end my turn.
Darn, that could have been
That's
useful.
all you can do, isn't it?
Maybe.
I draw! Now, I will activate the effect of Absolute Swarmany in my graveyard.
By banishing this card from my graveyard, I can tribute 1 Swarmany card on the field that has at least 2 or more swarm counters, and draw 2 cards. So I'll tribute Prisoner and draw 2.
Then, I'll activate the spell card Insect Dissection by revealing 1 insect monster in my hand, and then targeting an insect monster in my graveyard that is a higher level and banishing it. I get to add as many copies as that revealed monster to my hand as I wish. So I reveal Swarmany Tangerine Firefly, and by doing so I can add as many copies of itself from my deck to my hand as I wish. So why would you add a bunch of level 1 monsters to your hand? Because my Fireflies have their own abilities. Since there's at least 1 swarm counter on the field, they can special summon themselves from my hand. All 3 of them! Oh, that's why. And I think there's just one more card to add to the mix. Oh yeah, polymerization!
Of course.
I combined all 4 of my monsters together.
Lurking in the corners of the hive comes forth the ultimate insect queen.
I fusion summon! Come forth, Bugtopia, Queen of Swarmony!
Tuh.
Well, that's a big one.
No
When
shit.
this monster is fusion summoned, every fusion material that had a swarm counter on it gets their counters transported to this card.
Like an
This
Xyz
card
material
also gains
rank up.
100 attack points for every swarm counter placed on it.
Don't
Fudge.
even forget for a second about Swarmony Nest.
My monster gains 100 extra attack points for each swarm counter placed on it.
I don't think it's strong enough.
Yes, it also has another devastating effect, doesn't it?
What would give you that
So,
idea? The
what
fact
can
it's a
this
boss
one
monster?
also do? Let me show you. Bugtopia's effect activates, banishing all face-up cards you control with swarm counters on them. Uh-oh.
Fuck. Let me guess. It also
Now
gets more
release
bug
your
counters on
life
top of
point.
it.
Go, Bugtopia! Attack his life
He has no
point
pockets. He
directly
can't
and
use
end
his
this
pocket
duel.
trap.
Swarming Cyclone Infestation!
Hugo! This is not good. I hope Hugo has a battle fader of some sort in his hand. Which archetype do you want to have support? What archetype don't you want to see support? You all know my answer, but let's not go with the obvious one of battling boxers. Let's actually think about this for a few seconds. What archetype could use the support the most? Fuck if I know. I think a lot of archetypes use support. Here's the problem with Konami. They like making a bunch of new archetypes and then ignoring them for a while. Anyone remember Volcanics? I don't know. You know what I would go for, so let's just go with that. Answer your own answers on the comments below. See ya!